We're going to take a look at the Canon EOS C100 cinema camera, and here you can see the parts breakdown. The upper right hand side we have the C100 body with detachable hand grip, and on the left side the kit lens, and the lower left we also have the detachable handle with XLR audio connections. The detachable handle has a mic holder, cold shoe mount, and a 1/4 inch 20 thread connector. The Canon C100 uses a super 35mm sensor, exactly the same one that's used in the Canon C300 and C500. So you're going to get a very great picture. Unfortunately, in the C100 you can only do 1080p. Now it is a 4K sensor, so you could technically get 4K video, but it is downgraded to 1080p, and you do have many advantages. You're going to get a much sharper picture, better saturation of color, and dynamic range compared to other 1080p sensors. One of my favorite features on the Canon C100, it has 3 built-in ND filters, so you can actually use it when you're outside and the sun's too bright. You can actually apply one of these 3 filters to get the correct exposure without having to change any of your other camera settings. One of my favorite features on this, definitely. This camcorder also comes with a really great Canon L lens, which is the EF 24 to 105mm. It does feature autofocus and stabilization, and of course you can do both manually as well. On the left side of the camcorder, you feature all manual external controls, custom picture profiles, peaking, zebra, and waveform monitor. On the back of the camera, you feature the LCD display. On the right side, manual control buttons to play back your clips. Underneath the LCD screen, you also have your card slots, which use 2 SD cards, battery below, and on the right side, all your in and outputs for your headphones, remote, USB, full HDMI out, which is uncompressed as well, which includes full 422 color space at 1080p, so you can actually hook this up to an external recorder and get high quality ProRes. On the right side of the handle unit, you also feature full manual and automatic XLR audio, very similar to the ones that the Canon XF100 and 200 series has as well. On the left side of your handle unit, you have 2 XLR channel 1 and channel 2 connections, as well as the mic holder, and then the audio cable going into the camcorder itself. One of the first things I noticed with the Canon C100 was how easy it was to use and set up. That's surprising considering it's based on a DSLR camera body, and I've used a DSLR camera to shoot video before manually, and it took much longer to set up for each and every shot. Not so with the C100. Very easy. Took only slightly longer than perhaps some of the other camcorders I've used with fully automatic controls. We're going to take a look at some of the picture profiles in the Canon 100. And this is default with absolutely no picture profile, straight from the camera. This is also the EOS standard picture profile, very similar to their Canon DSLR cameras. Everything's pretty much saturated, the color, sharpness, and everything. A bit too much, in my opinion. It probably needs to be toned down a bit. This is the YDR picture profile, or stands for dynamic range, and this is actually a little bit similar to the Canon C log, but a little bit more saturation of the colors, and while still maintaining dynamic range. This would be a great picture profile if you wanted to shoot it straight from the camera and do little to no color correction in post production. This is the cinema picture profile, and also known as Canon C log, and this is kind of like the Technicolor CineStyle, available also for Canon cameras, which gives you the maximum for color correction in post editing, and gives you the most dynamic range, and as long as you keep your ISO set at 850.